What's going on? It's my life in the shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. That was the altercation on January 2nd out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Devonna Walker, who is 29 years old. You're going to see a verbal altercation. Then a guy from the house. A verbal altercation between two young ladies arguing. And there's a guy in the house who's the father, called own girl, Devonna Walker, F-N-I-G-G-E-R. You're going to see own girl run over there and attack the two. All right. I'm going to bring you guys that video again. This is the young girl right here, Devonna Walker, 29 years old. This happened about 6:45 p.m. on January 2nd. I'm going to bring you guys the story. I'm also bring you guys the video again and the GoFundMe. I'm also bring you guys on what everybody else is saying. Because a lot of people are saying, hey, do not run up on somebody in their house. Don't do it. It is a bad idea no matter what was said. I'm going to bring you guys on how I feel as well. They're saying protest in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, January 2nd around 6:45 p.m. Following a verbal attack, Walker advances and pushes the woman walking the dog. At that moment, the man appears to stab Walker. You can barely see it in the video. I can't show the video. I can leave a link to the Facebook post, but I cannot show the video. Eventually collapses on the ground several feet from where Walker was stabbed. She ended up, you can see her push on girl down and she's squabbling with the two, and you can see the dog, because she was walking the dog. The other lady was walking the dog, and you can see the dog trying to bite Walker, and all of a sudden she just stumbles and falls. According to the report, it took police another 6.5 minutes to arrive. Walker did not receive CPR or any kind in the first 8 minutes when she fell on the ground. She later passed at the hospital. Cedar Rapids Police Department detained the still unnamed man and woman that night, but were released with no charges filed. And that's what everybody on the Facebook post was saying. It was like, yo, they might get away with self-defense. Because, man, you run up on somebody in their house, on their property. People, you got to think first. I get the nature of what's going on. And I'm going to tell you guys how I feel in a hot minute. January 11th, Cedar Rapids Police Chief Linwood issued a statement. Cedar Rapids Police Chief constituted investigation, and they're going to determine whether charges are applicable, but that will be if deemed appropriate. The statement went out. All right, I'm going to show you guys the GoFundMe. Let me show you guys the GoFundMe, then the video. January 2nd, a mother, daughter, sister, aunt, cousin, and friend was taken due to a racist and senseless act. Devonna Walker was at her home in Cedar Rapids, Michigan, with friends outside her apartment when the neighbors started arguing with her. This was not the first encounter she was with the couple. Previous, the couple had called her out racial slurs and wished death upon her. On this particular night, during the argument, a fight broke out between Devonna and the other female. During the fight, the male came out the apartment and stabbed Devonna at least 2 times. It was at that time she lost her life. She's a parent is without a parent. All right. So I had to trim this. I had to trim it. Right before this, and I blur it out before she swings. But before this, you can hear the guy in the house say, "Get back, you effing Nigger." Alright? They were just having an altercation in verbal words for about 18 minutes. It wasn't going to go any further to use that N-word. Now, people, so the father's in the house. The girl turns her back and is walking towards the house. People, I tell people this all the time. When the judge or a principal or whoever, first thing they're going to say is, who threw the first punch? He did. That's the person going down. We must learn how to control our impulses. I'm going to teach my daughter, you are a queen. If I had a son. But I want to teach the young men and women listening to this. You are a king or a queen. That word should never offend you. Don't react to it. I tell people this. I saw a video where there was a woman behind another one. That woman used a racial slur. The woman turned around and laughed at her. A Hispanic woman. White woman used a racial slur towards the Hispanic woman. The Hispanic woman turned around and laughed at her. Ha ha, hee hee. And I tell people this all the time. Go up to Oprah. You react what you are. Go up to Oprah and tell her she's a broke bitch. Oprah's going to turn around and laugh at you because that's the funniest, dumbest thing she's ever heard. Now, go up to any other race. Go up to anybody and say, hey, you're this and that. You're this. They're going to turn around and they're going to laugh at you. Hee hee ha ha. Because they know what they are. They understand who they are and what they are. And it's funny to them. I tell us, hey, stop reacting to that word. Just like Freddy Krueger. Until you stop reacting to it, it has no power. I used to play Call of Duty all the time. All right, so now, here's what everybody else is saying. Same as I said. They said, somebody else said the same thing. Somebody said they should not have walked up to a girl in the house. Somebody said they should not have ran up on their house. Somebody else said, I agree. I feel the young lady that lost her life. She said, I feel for the young lady that lost her life, but they're going to claim self-defense because she ran up on them. This is a hard one. Also, I don't agree with them going to their house in general. Everybody can't fight and everybody don't want to fight. She tried to literally run up on them and push the lady down and get whoever and the dead, I'm guessing, defended his daughter. I don't like fighting myself, and if somebody come to my home calling themselves trying to make me, they better hope I don't stab them either. They thought they were going to make someone fight. The outcome wasn't what they expected. We have to learn to do better, and that's true. It's harsh, but it's true. Now, it's unfortunate she had to go, that she had to die, but these types of things can't happen. When I used to play Call of Duty, there's people at home, safe in their living rooms. As soon as they heard my voice, oh, you N-word, I used to get furious. Y'all this, y'all that. They used to laugh at me. I used to call them, oh, y'all this, y'all that. Ha, N-word. And they had me furious. And they loved it because they had the power. And one day, I jumped on there. And I knew as soon as I started talking, I would hear somebody call me the N-word. He goes, oh, you N-word. And I said, yeah, buddy. And he said, you N-word. I said, cool, buddy. You N-word, you this, you that, you this. I said, totally awesome, dude. And he was furious. And I realized, oh, I flipped the script on him. So every time I jump on there, somebody's like, yeah, but you're an N-word. I say, oh, cool. And when I didn't react, I flipped the script and he was furious because now he had no power over me and he knew it. And when I took that power away, he was furious. And now I had the power. I'm going to teach my daughter, somebody call you that word, I want you to laugh at them. You're a queen. I want you to laugh and tell them totally cool, buddy. And now you got the power. When you let somebody know your weakness, they're going to use it and use it against you. Football coaches, you're going to go. There was a football play. There was a young man. He was blowing up on our team. He was getting in football. About to be a star on the team. On a particular team that I know of. And one of the defenders called him the N-word. And he hit the dude, caused the team to lose the game. And he went back to the coach. Oh, but this, and he caught me this. The coach said, so damn, you just cost us because of your impulses. You couldn't. When the judge, and you're going to go to jail, when you entertain a clown, you become part of the circus. When you act a fool, you become the fool. When you watch these videos, who looks like the fool? The person who does the attacking. It's simple. Anyway, I know it's harsh. I know a lot of people want to say, oh, but we got an excuse to act a fool. You do not. Do not act a fool. Let it go. I know that's harsh and it's easier said than done. I'm saying it and it's easier said than done for me as well. So I'm going to try to hold it together if that ever happens to me. And I can't even guarantee I'm going to hold it together, but collectively we must do better and try to hold it together. Do not react to that word, because once you take back the power, now you have the power. Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace.
City on fire, ooh, down to the wire. My life in the shy.